So, in terms of how to get your business to the top of the rankings of the Made in the Midlands or the Made in Yorkshire platform, and how to master your directory listing as well, it's important to understand what we mean by this. So, if you go to the dashboard, which is the back end of your account here, um, then you'll find that there's some key information about the company, primarily visits. So you can see here how many people have visited your microsite, and that will be including members of the group and also non-members, so just people, just visitors off the internet. And the difference between how many views one member gets to the other can be quite big, and there's a few reasons for that. So if you Google Midlands manufacturing or Yorkshire manufacturing, you can try it now if you want. The first thing that comes up is Made in the Midlands and Made in Yorkshire, respectively. So naturally, there's quite a lot of web traffic, high volume of web traffic that Made in the Midlands and Made in Yorkshire get to their websites. And as someone navigates to this site, often they'll go to members, which is our directory, and they'll have a look at all the different members within the group. And there's a few options they could take here. They could click onto this map into individual companies. They could search for the person they're looking for, if it's someone in particular. They can scroll through, but the most likely thing they're going to do if they get to this point is they're going to filter by one of these options at the top. So they could say, I want to find everyone who's, say, in Birmingham. I want to find everyone who's got capabilities in this sector, everyone who holds this particular accreditation, or everyone who buys this product or service, or everyone who sells this product or service. So I could say I want to find everyone who sells control panels within the group. Click apply. All those options would come up. And then you just need to make sure that this information is filled in as extensively while still being accurate as possible. So to do that, you just go to the back end of my account, go to the directory listing section, and here's when you input that information. So accreditation, sectors, buys and sells. So you can start clicking on anything that applies to add it into your directory. You can, if you know what you're looking for, you can type it in. So say CNC, you can type in all different CNC options would come up. There's something in particular which isn't on there, which you feel like should. So if it's a niche product or service you provide, then you can speak to us about this and we might be able to add it. But once you've added all the options in, you just need to remember to click update. And then that's obviously really important for boosting your rankings because it gives more avenues in which someone could find you and your microsite. I mean, there's a few other things that I'd recommend doing as well to boost your rankings. One, make sure that you've added a link going to your microsite onto your main company website somewhere. So a common thing people use is I'm a member of Made in the Midlands or I'm a member of Made in Yorkshire logo. And they'll put it somewhere on their website with a link going to their microsite. And that way it just obviously gets more people to go and visit the site. Secondly, make sure you share your microsite out on any social media platforms you've got, just out to your network, be it LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, a personal or company one, just because it encourages people to go and visit your microsite and see what sort of content's on there. And then another one which is really important is just you'll see that the members who have got really high views more often than not will upload articles really regularly. We recommend once a month as a good rough guide. And the way that makes a massive difference in how many views you get is because it doesn't just sit on your microsite news articles, but it also goes to our news section. So all of members' news is aggregated into one spot. And then as well as that, we regularly share out member news articles to our social media followers, which is about 30,000 plus combined followers, I believe. And we also have a newsletter which goes out on Mondays, which I believe goes out to about 6,000 people every week. And that's just a put together of sort of highlights from the group of news articles from that week. And so there's basically loads of different things you can do to make sure that more eyes are going to get onto your microsite, and that's uploading news articles, making sure you're putting a link to the microsite on your company website and sharing it out on social media, and making sure your directory listing is as updated as possible. So there's some things to get started with to boost your rankings on the site.